Look at this monstrosity. Guys, this is huge.
What is up, guys? World War Breaker coming at you with another video, and today I'm reviewing the LEGO Star Wars AT-AT. It just came out like a few weeks ago, and well, now I have it. It is absolutely enormous. I built part of this on stream, so yeah, hopefully you guys were there. It was a pretty fun time. It was like 5 hours long, but I still didn't finish it up. I finished it after the stream, but it is a big set. This is probably one of the biggest sets I've ever owned. It is absolutely enormous, and I'm going to review it. So let's go ahead and start with the minifigures.
Okay, so the first figure is this Snow Trooper, and he looks pretty good. I mean, this is the new style Snow Trooper. It doesn't have any sort of waist cape thing on the side at all. It's just a regular old trooper. It doesn't have any special stuff, doesn't have a backpack or anything, which is a little bit sad. I mean, the 2014 version of this guy, he had a lot of stuff on him, but this one is just a regular figure, regular old Snow Trooper with, you know, his regular blaster and everything. Of course, you know, the torso print and leg print is stellar with this minifigure. I love it. I love how they did it. I mean, so much detail was packed into that thing. Same with the back printing, really awesome. And of course, let's remove the face. And this time, take that off, it actually isn't an angry clone. This one, LEGO finally fixed it up. They finally put in different faces for different troopers, and I love that. I'm gonna enjoy it so much when building my mocks. I mean, I always, you know, use the faces from my LEGO sets to make mocks, and this will really help. I mean, all of these different faces, that's really gonna help me with making my mocks. So I'm all for it. This looks really awesome. The second trooper has a different face on him, which is with cheekbones. So I like this one too. It looks really cool. The next figure is this AT-AT Driver, and he has some pretty awesome printing. I mean, the helmet is amazing, and I just love everything about this guy. This guy's really cool, of course, you know. It just kind of shows the back of his head. Of course, he doesn't have an alternate expression on his face, so that really helps. I mean, if any of your figures have alternate expressions on their faces with something like this, it really shows. So yeah, I'm just glad that there isn't an alternate expression on this guy. Of course, you know, the torso and everything, the torso and legs looks really stellar, really awesome. I just love the way it looks. Same with the back printing, really awesome. I mean, it just captures the AT-AT Driver from The Empire Strikes Back so well. Just everything about this figure I love. Of course, when you remove the helmet, another different expression, and I love this guy. I mean, the bushy eyebrows and everything. It's a really cool face to have, and I just love this figure. And once again, there's another one in the set, and he has a different face on him. This one with even bushier eyebrows. I don't know. This one looks really cool as well. Of course, the other figure in this set is, well, General Veers, and this guy looks really awesome. He has a really cool helmet print and everything. I think it's the same one with, like, you know, the Han Solo prints with, like, you know, his helmet and everything. I mean, it's the same helmet design, just not the same print. It just looks really, really, really awesome. Of course, the waist thing and everything, well, I mean, the torso printing looks really incredible and everything. The back printing is the same. It looks really awesome. Of course, it's shadowed there, but I can just take that off just to show you the back print. Yeah, and that also reveals his alternate expression, which is happy, I guess. Well, maybe he's like sneering at the rebels, running away from them. Well, he has this huge anti-rebel vehicle that is shooting at them. Of course, they're gonna start running away, but he's just evil, so yeah. And the final figure is Luke Skywalker, and he looks absolutely incredible. I love just the sheer amount of printing they put onto him. I mean, this is just the regular for, regular for Rebel pilots these days, but I mean, just look at the sheer amount of printing they put on Luke. I mean, the leg printing, it's enormous. It's just an enormous amount. It just smoothly goes through with the waist and then goes into the torso. Of course, the torso printing is absolutely incredible. Luke has a thermal detonator in his hand, which looks absolutely incredible. Of course, he has his lightsaber with him. Not to mention, the lightsaber doesn't have any, bubbles in it like they used to have in them. Of course, his face, just these regular Lego smiley face. I don't know. It's regular, but I mean, I like it. It has the visor printed on. Going onto the back, of course, regular. A lot less than in the front, but the back looks really cool as well. Taking off the helmet, shows his alternate expression, and this one, I like it, just not as much as the other one. I like to keep it on the other one more often than not. But this one's good when he's, out of the snowspeeder and everything, which is always with this set because this set doesn't come with the snowspeeder. It's to be expected. Now we're going to move on to the side builds and stuff. So we're going to start with this E-Web cannon. It's fairly simple, but it has a really cool design. I mean, it's got the little blasters for the tripod, which looks really amazing. I mean, this thing looks really cool as for like the different techniques and everything. They got like the video camera piece for that. The roller skate piece, which actually looks kind of like a remote control car to me, for like the iron sight sort of thing. I don't know. Maybe it's a scope-like thing. I don't know. But, the piece that connects all of them. I don't know what that's from, but it looks really cool. So, yeah. This is just a regular E-Web cannon, but you can get your snowtrooper to latch onto the thing. So it has a handle right there, and then you can just stand him up, and then he can, fire at the rebel scum and everything. But, yeah, fun side build. The next side build is this speeder, and, again, it has a really cool design. I mean, it has pedals on the bottom that can be, rotated around, but I mainly like to keep it just like that. It, of course, has, like, this megaphone piece, and that's used for, the blaster at the bottom, and it's also used for just putting it down smoothly, although it depends on where you put the pedals for it to stay in position, but I guess you can kind of figure that out as you go along. Of course, you can put your snowtrooper onto it, just like that, and I think you can just snap it onto his hands, and he can just drive it around. So that's really cool. I mean, when you snap that onto his hands, it's super satisfying. So I do recommend this set for the speeder as well. I mean, this set is just awesome for all of the different side builds and everything, but we're saving the best for last. Let's move on to the AT-AT itself. This AT-AT is absolutely enormous, so hopefully I'll be able to get in all the features in it. First of all, you have some spring-loaded shooters underneath that you can just activate, just like so. Of course, the cannons over here can swivel 360 degrees, although you gotta be careful just in case, because they might break off sometimes. Same thing with these things. I mean, they just break off really easily, so you gotta be really careful with these because, well, they're not the most stable of things. Next up, you can actually lift this up and put your 3 minifigures into there. Yeah, you can put 3 minifigures into this cockpit. Although it's a tight fit, they do all fit in there, but you have to take their weapons off of there, and there isn't really a place to store them, so you just keep that in mind. The head can also swivel around quite a bit, but it always seems to center in the middle. Next up, you can flip this panel up, and there's a gear in here. The gear is there so that you can raise Luke up into the AT-AT using this string attached to his gun. Underneath the AT-AT, there is this panel where you can actually swing down to make it look like Luke just cut open in the AT-AT, and then you can throw his thermal detonator into there. Next, you can open up this panel to reveal the seats for your snowtroopers. You can also store the E-Whip cannon by just putting it onto this clip. There are 3 seats on the other side, but you're going to have to fill that out with your own minifigures. In the back, you can open up the panels and then put in your speeder into the back. And of course, the final feature is being able to pose the legs, which lets it look like it's walking. So that's a pretty cool feature as well. And lastly, I'd like to say that this AT-AT is by far the best and most accurate one to date. So it looks really, really cool on your shelf. So I want to give this set a 9.8 out of 10. I mean, it's a really awesome Lego set. You can store all of the stuff in it inside of the AT-AT Walker, except, some minor things like you can't really store General Veer's binoculars, the AT-AT pilot's small blasters. You can't really store them anywhere, so that is a slight problem. I mean, I would have loved it if they could just like put in maybe 1 or 2 little clips in that, so that you can, you know, store the weapons inside of it. But I mean, you can't have everything. Not every set, well, no set is perfect. So yeah, and that is why I think that this is probably my favorite set to date. I think that this is just an absolutely incredible Lego set. This Lego set deserves a 9.8 out of 10. I mean, the build is fantastic. I mean, also the side builds are incredible. I mean, the speeder and the AWeb cannon are absolutely incredible. The minifigures are stellar. I love how they put General Veers in with, like, you know, the new outfit and everything. Also the ATAT drivers, and just all of that stuff all put together into this huge package. It's an absolutely incredible set. I do highly recommend you buy this thing. I mean, you might not have $160 lying around anywhere, but I mean, if you do, and you're probably super rich, then then you could totally pick this one up, and I don't think you'd be mad at all. This is a really incredible set, probably the best set to date, in my opinion. So yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this review, the final review on my channel. Leave a like if you enjoyed it. Leave a comment down below what you will want me to do next as for mocks and anything of that sort. And thanks for watching.